Well, good morning on a Monday morning. Got plenty of good stuff you're going to accomplish this week. Have you got your priorities in order? Well, you know something? There's some sobering thoughts I want to share with you today that are probably affecting you as a business owner in America today. And what is this? Well, research shows us the following. Do you realize that in the service sector of America, the average career span, the job life of an average employee has now dropped to 1.9 years? That's right, 1.9 years. And if you look at other, let me look at my notes over here. In the age group of 25 to 34 years old, the average career is now 2.8 years. That's right, 2.8 years. In the 55 to 64-year-old category, believe it or not, it's as high as 9.9 years. Management, those roles, average career 4.9 years. But again, that service sector is 1.9 years. What a challenge. And further research shows me that right now, available in the United States is 528,000 jobs that need people to fill them. And every month, what we hear from our leadership is we've created more jobs. And my thought is we got to create people to exist in these jobs. So, as a business owner, as a manager, you've got to build a strategy to get there. You've also got to do the following, and this is a budgetary concern for sure. You got to build your reserve team, your reserve players. Can you imagine a football team in the National Football League trotting on the field to take on an opponent today without a backup quarterback, without a backup in every position? That's part of the process. You've got to build this team of reserve players ready to step up to the plate. And only the last week, I've had calls from numerous employees, and it's telling me that this employee has resigned, this employee has resigned, this employee has resigned. I've seen it happen with both short term employees that have only been there for less than 2 months. I'm seeing it with people that have been there maybe 2 to 6 months. And I'm also seeing it with long term employees that have been there for 6 to 8 years. Resignations are happening. This is why they call this period the Great Resignation. So, what you've got to do is you got to have a system to find people. You got to put together a marketing plan to recruit people with the right stuff to your team. Number two, you got to have the systems, the processes, and the manuals in order to rapidly, and I do mean rapidly, bring your people up to the highest level of expertise to turn them into subject matter experts. Remember, more than likely what you do is foreign. They don't understand the vocabulary, they don't understand the words. And what adds to this is many of the people you're going to hire are not going to have the basic skills that they used to have. You're going to have to teach them this. Is it a challenge? You better believe it. Now, on Friday, we interviewed a young man. His name was Justin Tatum, and he's a technician that works for A1 Garage Doors. And he was a guy that truly had the right stuff. And I asked him, Justin, what attracted you to A1? Number one, he was recruited because of the referrals from other people about how great it was to work at A1 Garage Doors. But then I asked from there, I asked the next question, which was, you know, what keeps you there? What enticed you? And he said the following: they offer me the ability to help people. Number two, they told me that success in this job was up to me, both my earning potential and my advancement in the company. And then they also let me know that I could run it like my own. Now, Frank, you just said something. Your GM resigned turned out to be the best thing that could have happened for the company. And that's very, very true. Sometimes people need to leave, but whenever they leave, you got to fill that position. You got to fill it, you know? And Mark, I appreciate that. I hear this every day from owners, vice presidents, sales, and marketing. There's definitely opportunity out there for those that are looking for it. So what you got to do is get your stuff together. You got to realize you're not the only one with this problem. It is widespread. It is across the United States. Everywhere you go, I go to restaurants. They cannot seat all their tables. Why? Because they don't have enough people. And yes, Frank, it's exactly what you said. You got to have a strong bench. But to have that strong bench, again, you got to have a process to bring these people on, bring them up to speed, turn them into subject matter experts very easily. And we can see how it's affecting the world. Right now, flying is a chance, it is a gamble. When you go to Las Vegas today, not only are you going to gamble once you get to Las Vegas, it's simply a gamble getting there. Again, I did a little research this morning because a very close friend of mine got stuck in Newark Airport for the last few days and finally never even made it to his destination. He went back home. So, what's happening right now is, believe it or not, according to the research I did this morning, 23% of flights are being canceled. That's right, 23%. Think about it. How would you be as a business owner if 23% of the appointments that you booked, you had to cancel? This is where it's going to take the right stuff, the right processes. You got to build your systems. If you don't have the systems in place in order to build that strong bench, so when someone leaves, what have you got? You got someone sitting on that bench ready to take over that position. It's just words for thought. Yeah, it may not be encouraging. And I admit it. It's like what is happening out here in the real world today. So get your stuff together. As Tom just said, there's a lot of pressure towards independence. Everything has a bubble. Stay the course. Don't be afraid to rehire. Things are changing. Yeah, Tom, you're exactly right. It is a changing time that we live in today. And if you're going to succeed, you can't hide your head in the sand. You got to take the actions, build the strategies, build your processes, put it all together. I'm Jerry Eisenhower with CBC Success Group. What do? We help people with these types of challenges every single day. We mentor them, we coach, we help develop their systems and put it all together. If you have challenges in your business, hey, reach out to us. Let's have a conversation. Maybe we have answers that can solve your problems. Appreciate you joining me, and I give you my best for the coming week to really accomplish great things in the next week of your life. Talk later.